Let's do it.
Good snap. That was pretty good timing.
You like that?
We are live. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 36. You know, when we were sitting there day one, when we recorded for, I don't know, the fourth or fifth time because the camera died or we had technical difficulties, I didn't think we would make it to this point. But here we are. We are back, episode 36. And we're going to do a lot of reflecting today, talk about some old school nostalgic stuff. Now, this is from the edge of the millennial perspective. So I hate that we have to lump ourselves into the millennial generation just based on when we were born. However, based on the numbers that they define as a millennial, we are right in the middle of it, even though there's a bad rap for millennials. They kind of get pooped on. Not like this Gen Z shit that's going on. We won't talk. We won't get into that. They will cancel us if they catch wind of it. So
do it now.
We'll kind of move past it and hope that's not the case. I'm kind of screwing with the new camera here. You see the boys in the background. We got the boys. They're here with us. Checking the perimeter, making sure everything is crystal clear. I got the window open, man. Cracked the jorts out yesterday. Had the jorts on yesterday. It was so nice.
Jorts and sleeveless hoodie?
Jorts. No, I didn't wear I've been working out lately. I had some shoulder neck issues going on. So the sleeveless hoodies have not made an appearance recently because they are, in fact, gym attire. Now, I have worn them a few times on social occasions. However, I have been ridiculed enough times to know that that is not okay.
That in red pants,
supposed to do that. I don't regret the red pants. I
never regret the red pants.
I have weaseled. I wouldn't say weaseled. I wouldn't say conned either. I have worked into the conversation the fact that the gentleman on the groom's side of my wedding will be wearing a colored suit. So not going to be red. Not going to be red. I'm not going to really spoil what color it's going to be. But all that talk that you guys have done previously will come back to bite you in the ass. I promise.
Oh, I'm delighted. I am so delighted. Like, I have no idea.
But let's go ahead. Let's kick off our video, and then let's roll right into the nostalgia.
Let's do it, baby.
If I give you a beer and you didn't finish it right on the spot, like we
Yeah.
You're kind of slaughter them all because now I know they're plotting against me, them motherfuckers. I'm on to you.
That was the most disgusting moment of Rod's life.
Next question.
There was a follow-up about a finishing move, but I'm not so sure I want to ask that.
Cheers. So, I've been. This is a real I'll be Bach moment right here.
I'll be Bob. You're like a discount Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. You know, I wear my blue light blocking glasses and I'm a discount Clark Kent. I wear my sunglasses and the cigar. Now I'm a discount Arnold Schwarzenegger. The fact of the matter is, I do resemble someone famous, and I'm okay with that.
You know what? Hey, win's a win, right?
Discount or not, I'm all about it. I hope to be rich enough to have the AJ Hawk, I can just smoke my cigars inside kind of thing that he has going on whenever he's on the Pat McAfee show. However, not there quite yet. I got a window open. I might be able to get away with it.
Isn't it always odd that it seems like he's got all this money and everything, and it seems like he's shooting from a closet?
It does, doesn't it?
Like every time I'm like, oh, okay, so you're in your front coat closet.
I mean, I get it to a degree. Yeah, good acoustics, all that stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
great. But I mean, to what degree? Like, just set up a studio. It does seem like he just has this wallpapered like bookcase behind him, and he's just in not even like a walk-in. Like he might just be kind of tucked into a corner in a closet somewhere. But I mean, the dude's making a lot more than us,
Yeah.
so good for him, I guess. Good for him. No, I was trying to go. So we've been talking to Bryce. Bryce has been making these little short films. So hopefully, I don't know if I don't know if he's putting them out on social media anywhere, but he needs to. And I've been trying to figure out what kind of character I could play. I reached out to him today. You were a part of the message. I want to do some sort of short film with him, with the three of us, while he's in town for your wedding. I have a feeling it might not happen just because of the time crunch, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of character I would be. And so I've been kind of drawing back on all these old characters I knew growing up and drawing from my history and what I know from film and from cartoons. I'm a big cartoons guy, so we're going to talk a lot about cartoons today.
Listen, I got the perfect cartoon that all three to be. And it's one of my favorites. It's going to go into your question about our favorite nostalgic cartoons, all right? Ed, Ed, and Eddie. All three of us could play it perfectly.
So which one are each of us playing? So you're playing like the con man, Ed, like
Yes.
the shorter one, the hair
Absolutely.
slicked back.
Bryce
We're all
is the
just trying to
goofy
get-
one.
But Bryce is
Yeah.
which makes me the beanie wearing, all knowing, wise one.
Yeah,
Also the weird
absolutely.
one. I mean,
Always
I wanna
calling
spin
out the
that-
faults in my plans, but
I wanna-
wanting to see what happens.
That's a terrible idea. However, let's try it.
There's an idea there.
So you were a big Cartoon Network guy. You didn't really stray away from Cartoon Network, right?
Not too much. I watched some Disney movies, when they were like there wasn't anything good on Cartoon Network, or like Disney always had the better movies, outside the Dragon Ball Z movies.
So did you happen to watch the new Tom and Jerry movie?
I haven't yet. The wife really doesn't want to go see it, so I'm like, all right.
HBO Max,
Yeah.
$16 a month, so it's $15.99, so it comes out to whatever and change, or it's $14.99, so it comes out to 16 and some change, whatever. It's on all the new Warner Brother releases. Go there. So I know we've talked about the Zack Snyder cut a couple times. That's going to be releasing in like 8 days, I think. So
Very
a little over a
soon.
week. I'm very excited for that. However, they do have the new Tom and Jerry movie on there. They play the hits. The dog gets hit in the head with the baseball bat. The bump comes up. They try to push it down, and it just pops up in different spots and everything.
Yeah.
Tom gets hit in the head. His whole head gets like sucked into his shoulders, and he's got to reach in there, pull his head back out. So they play the classics with a modern twist on the graphics and the design for it. However, the story wasn't enough about Tom and Jerry to me, and in the sense that there's this girl kind of at the center of the storyline, and it pretty much revolves around her. She's trying to get a job at this hotel, and then those two end up at the hotel. Tom and Jerry end up at the hotel. So they intertwine it within that story, and they kind of play on the fact that, they've been doing this for years and things like that. They chase each other around. But it wasn't enough of that for me. It just wasn't. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, but I didn't watch it to see this girl struggle with a job at a hotel. You know what I mean? Like, that is not the reason I watched this movie.
Well, like for Tom and Jerry, like honestly, like thinking back, can you think of a storyline or anything like that of a Tom and Jerry episode?
No, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. They're just chasing each other, beating each other with stuff. Tom always gets boned in the end, but it's fun.
Yeah, the win-loss record for Tom as opposed to Jerry is a little different. Jerry, quite the conniving little mouse, if I do say so myself. Aspired to be like Jerry. Just this mischievous, little kind of got away with everything kind of guy. Now he got his every now and then. Don't get me wrong.
Most of the time he gets the cheese though. Tom feels bad for him, and he's like, "Oh no, my friend," and you're like, "Okay, you spent your whole life trying to eat him. Now that he's here, you're weak."
So in the movie, they set up a mouse trap right next to what ends up being his little door. Like he's always got that little door at the bottom of the trim there, and they set up this mouse trap, and he does the little floating through the air because he smells the cheese, gets there, sees the trap, eats it real quick. They do a little cut scene. They go back. The trap is empty. The girl goes to pick it up, and there's just a couple dollars sitting there, like a $5 bill sitting in there. And he just leaves a note, says, "Get a better trap." So they had a lot of good moments. It wasn't enough. They could have done more with it. See, like Tom and Jerry for me was pivotal for my childhood.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, because that was they aired it on Cartoon Network, I believe, regularly. You got to get the space episodes; those are good ones. You got to get
whenever they brought the like Lady Mouse in too for
yeah. Or they bring the like Jerry gets all buff at some point kind of thing. We used to have a Mortal Kombat like game, but it was Tom and Jerry and the variety of characters, and Tom and Jerry like Spike, like the dog, muscled up Jerry. There's Tom. There's like there's robotic Tom and things like that. So that character, I mean, if they still had, if I could figure out where those cartoons still aired, I would be watching them first thing in the morning for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But let me set a scene for you. I know Ed, and Eddie, you said is one of your favorites. Would that be the all-time? Is that the all-time? So let me set the scene for you. Okay. Now, I'm going to set it kind of in my perspective. However, this may have been similar to you. Okay. You're sitting down. Okay. Saturday morning. Parents aren't awake yet. You got a bowl full of cereal, probably frosted mini wheats because that's what Dad ate. So that's the only thing that's left in there cereal wise. Okay. That's him. I get is this. There's people who are listening, probably about 5 or 10 of them just went, "Huh." That is a shared childhood memory. So you're sitting down, you turn the tube on, you flip it over to the channel. What are you hoping to turn on when you go to watch?
Oh, the first thing I'm hoping to turn on is Dragon Ball Z, but I know it's not airing Saturday morning, so I'm probably something popping on Saturday morning. Cartoons were different than regular cartoons. Like during the week, cartoons it was Cartoon Network. Saturday morning was like Digimon, that sort of thing, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I started to watch, so this was case in point. I mean, this was very much tradition in the Steele family household. Is we went, we sit down, you watch the cartoons in the morning.
As long as they weren't Ninja Turtles.
Wow. Tommy, see, I wish Tommy would catch more of the live show. He listens to the audio, so I'm sure I'll be hearing about this on Friday when he goes to listen to it. However, yeah, unless it was Ninja Turtles. Turn that shit off in a Steele family household. But bingo. I think Dragon Ball was like an after-school special kind of thing.
Yeah.
When you get right as you get home, you get off the bus, you walk in the front door,
watch some
bingo, you flip. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Now, there used to be a show, and it like to this day, it eludes me what the name of the show was. I wish I could find it because I grew up watching it, and I can barely even describe what it's like. Now, Hondo had a great pull with the Animal Transformers last episode.
That's old.
And I'm so happy he did that. And yeah, Dad still watches cartoons. Of course he does. So speaking of Hondo, by the way, what I want to do right now while we're kind of speaking on the man, which by the way, he's up in Boise. He's him and his fiance are going to check out a job up there. I hope it works out for him. That'd be pretty neat.
Oh, absolutely. What's his fiance?
I know what they're there for. Let's go ahead and play a clip from last episode and see how Hondo did on the show.
Oh, I love these. Nice little bendy.
Every time you snap your fingers, you would instantly be transported to a random point in humanity's.
I was not
timeline.
anticipating his response for this.
Would you snap your fingers, and how often?
Okay, I had a question. So everything you're wearing goes with you.
Yes. Yeah, all the technology you have, whatever you're wearing, just goes with you.
And you can snap it as many times as you want.
Yes.
What am I
100% I'm
reading?
doing it. I'm loading myself with the craziest emergency kit you could ever come up with. Whatever you think you need. I'm happy.
What are you
on me,
reading?
And I'm just, if I don't like where I am, I'm
I don't know, but you can tell I'm reading
You can
something.
snap 10,000 times in a day. Just boom, 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 boom. You can see so much shit. It'd be hilarious. It'd be great.
Yeah.
And it's random.
I think
so
the only-
eventually you're going to go back somewhat.
I think
to
the
where you were.
I think the only way I'm doing this is so like say I snap, I'm in a random timeline, and then I snap, and then I'm back. Like I go back each time.
I still
Then I'm
prescribe
doing
to
it.
that
Otherwise,
theory.
not a fucking chance. No way. No way.
You could spend a whole year snapping and you could finally get back. I mean, imagine all the shit you could see. You could prove all the assholes wrong. Nope. T-Rexes actually had long front arms. Fuck you. Like, I mean, that would be awesome.
Their bones just shrank over time.
So, I mean, that's a great theory to prescribe to. Not one I didn't think he was going to be so adamant about that particular theory as his example. However, he's got a point. He's got a point.
Like, how did T-Rexes get up if they fell down?
Well, they didn't.
Well, okay, so
Their tail? Do you think how strong was their tail?
I mean, it had to be pretty strong, but how's their tail picking up their, you know what I mean? Like, you have to think their middle body is probably the heaviest in their fucking big-ass dome.
Well, little known fact about me, I actually use my penis to get up sometimes when I fall over.
Do you? Weird. I usually use it to stop me from falling over. I roll and it's like, I don't fall. I just stop.
I know that's not true.
I also know that's not true.
I know. No, it was good to have him on. I always love reminiscing with him, and that's a lot of what we're going to do today. So hopefully we get a chance. I'm not, but
yeah, Mama Steel.
that's my mother.
That's my mommy.
And that's a lot of what we're going to do today. We're going to reminisce. So hopefully he can kind of chime in. Hopefully he gets a chance to come on and he's probably a little busy. I mean, he's 2-3 hours behind us right now. So I'm sure he's doing his thing, but whatever. He sent me a picture. Man, I don't know. Like I must be like fatter than my body gives me credit for, because every time somebody else travels somewhere, there's typically a food place that reminds them of me. So we went to this place called Freddy's, and it's more of a West Coast thing. Every time I go out that way and I see a Freddy's, I got to get it. It's kind of like a Steak and Shake is what I would equate it to, but it's better. It's better than Steak and Shake. I don't know if they just got something different in the water there, or the cows are fed different or what, but they got it going on. And so naturally, he ate at the same exact Freddy's that we ate at while we were in Boise that time when we went camping, where he told me all those nightmare stories about moose coming to trample on us and wolves being in the woods probably. So he made it a point to send me the picture. I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, that's fantastic. Now I have a craving for Freddy's, and I'm not going to be that way anytime soon. So
question, where are you going to take us to eat when we go watch that Chicago Bengals game, huh? The old Gusty City. Where are we going to eat, man? That's good.
Portillo's. We're going to Portillo's. Okay.
Is it a Mexican restaurant?
It's Italian beef. No, it's an Italian beef place. Right. No. Why did you just assume it was a Mexican restaurant?
Because there's one here in town called Trey's Portillo's. That means 3 Portillo's.
That's Tres Portillos. There's 2 L's. When it's Hispanic, it's Portillos. This is Portillos, 1 L, and it is the most fantastic. I'm going to clip this and tag all of my entire family in this so they can discuss the phenomenon that is Portillo's beef. I cannot do it justice. It is the best. Listen, if you probably never even had an Italian beef sandwich in your lifetime, have you?
No, is it cold?
No, it's hot.
Okay, good. I don't like cold sandwiches. Food. I don't like cold food.
No.
Like,
No.
so that's ice cream. It's like,
No.
oh no, Subway. Nah.
You can get it toasted. You can get Subway toasted.
Yeah, but nah.
You don't like Jersey
Nah.
Mike's? You don't like Quiznos?
Nah.
You don't like Firehouse Subs?
Quiznos. I thought for the longest time, I thought Quiznos was like a place where you go to get your oil change. I'm not even lying. That's the sad part. I was like, why would I go eat at that place? What, do they have like a little bar in there? Like, what's going on?
I sometimes there are very little occasions anymore because I know you that you surprise me, and this would be one of those times. DJ Sweat's been there.
DJ Sweat.
DJ Sweat. By the way, DJ Sweat has come in clutch as our manager. He's working on lining up a few different guests for us. I'm excited.
Beautiful.
It's going to be a good break for us. The man knows everybody.
Did he book
and
Pat
everybody?
McAfee?
We're not there yet.
Okay.
By the way, so I've discussed this with you numerous times. You need to listen to 10 Questions by Kyle Brandt. You probably haven't listened to any episodes.
I have not, but it's on my, I got a lot of driving to do soon, so I'm excited for it. I'm
However, here is the selling point, okay? His latest guest, Pat McAfee.
Oh, absolutely. I wonder how hard it is to get Pat McAfee as a guest. If you're already established, it's like, Pat's probably just like, oh yeah, I got some time, just here to BS a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I hope someday that you and I can kind of broker our own business deals while doing something like this. We don't want to cut DJ Sweat out. He's getting his cut. He's getting, his bottles of Buffalo Trace or whatever we decide to agree on with him. And maybe it's just entertainment value. Maybe he just, maybe he just loves his nephew,
I think the current contract is we can't talk about how old he is
that is part of the current contract. That is
no more old people jokes. That's what he said.
That is not fine print. That is very bold print on the front of our contract, page 1 of our contract. Yeah, that's not something we can do anymore. Youngest guy I know in the business.
Absolutely. He's breaking records. He's breaking records, all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah. He is a mogul in the business at such a young age. It's phenomenal what he's been able to accomplish. I'm excited for him. Hopefully this is an upward trend. And he's got a lot of life ahead of him. So let's see where this takes him.
Especially for someone 25 years old, he's got a lot of life experiences.
I know. I was surprised to find out he was in fact younger than the two of us. But he is who he is. He does what he does.
Absolutely.
So we hope to have some big name guests coming up here soon. Some business owners, some ex-OSU players.
Maybe we're working on it.
I'm not going to get in too deep because we do have to finalize some things, lining these people up. However, from what we're working on getting done, I'm excited and hopefully that it sounds like it's going to be a lot of good big content coming up, and I'm here for it. What are you reading?
You two should be in sales.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, what we're gonna go back to our nostalgia thing, but this does actually bring me to a question that I have slated for us today. So I kind of want to get it out of the way now that it has been brought up that you and I should be in sales. If you were the head product development at a major fast food chain, what food abomination? I say abomination endearingly.
Right.
Abomination as in it's going to take over it's going to sweep the nation just instantly. What abomination would you create?
Well, originally I thought it was something like a waffle burger, but then I remembered
I do not hate that idea.
It's not a bad idea, but there is one thing, and I will never admit this to him, but Bryce actually makes these really, really good potato skins that will just wreck your world. They are delightful. Those would be like a side with your waffle burger, you know? That's what the restaurant would be called, Waffle Burger.
Oh, I see. So it's not Whataburger, it's not Wahlburger, it's Waffle Burger.
Rod Bod sandwich is like the fattiest beef you can find.
meat. bread. So Mike coined the sandwiches I used to make. Keep in mind, so we have reminisced on the fact that I used to be a little heftier than I am now. He used to coin them as manwiches, okay? 5 slices of ham, 5 slices of pepperoni, a little mayo, a little mustard, smash. Them things used to be about yay thick. And
you feel it as you're biting it. You're biting through layers, like
just like mush for like tear that bitch off. He coined those as manwiches. I know manwich is already a thing. However, if I was alive prior to the manwich era, I definitely would have reinvented. If you said manwich today, it would look a little different if I was alive in those times. It would just be a slab.
There's the idea right there. As soon as we hit the lottery, right? Not much, probably like next week or something. We open a restaurant here in town called Idiots on a Mic Bar and Grill, and it's just food.
That's not even clever. Idiots, like, just let's slow it down. Let's just do Idiots on a Grill. Like, let's.
No. People need to know, and then you just hear our shit on loop.
We should probably get more than 36 episodes in before we can start playing things on.
Okay, so 52. That's what we're doing, huh?
If you want regulars, you don't want them hearing the same episode over and over. I'll tell you what, we'll workshop that idea. I don't hate it.
All right.
We do have a solid manager, so maybe that's something we work out in the near future. However, but so we have to talk about this too, because I think people are forgetting the fact that it's not just Idiots on a Mic here on Facebook Live or YouTube Live or Twitch or anything like that. We do still have our content out in audio-only versions. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Let's bring it back, baby. We haven't said it in a while.
Wherever normal people listen to their podcasts.
That's right. Wherever normal people listen to their favorite podcast, we are available. So check it out. Make sure you're look at that. 35 episodes of good, clean, not family fun content for you guys. And whoever you want to share it with, If you like this stuff, if you like to listen, don't force me to shove me down your throat, okay? I didn't like the way that came out, but you get my point. If you guys like the show, help us out. Share it, like it, comment, chime in during the show, share on your social media, share in a text message. Guess what? You know what? Here, let me show you guys a little something pretty cool. Okay, let me show you something. Oh, you like this episode? That's pretty nice. Yeah. I want to share this with my friends and family. Oh, on the medias? What do you want? You want Facebook? You want Twitter? Huh? You want to do it? Share it.
You got
Let the
MySpace?
people know. No, ain't nobody. So let's talk about that. Okay, now we're back to our nostalgia.
Okay,
here, okay?
hold up. I want to finish this. Like,
Oh, this meat creation that we're talking about.
No. This goes with your whole thing. You know, sharing our stuff, sharing our shit, that sort of thing. You know, listen, we're not some fancy scholars. You know, we're not going to give you like legitimate information. We're here. Our main objective is to give you some entertainment. Get the thought, little hamster in your head moving. You know, even though it might be a half dead hamster, but it's moving. All right, get it moving. Get it thinking about stuff, aliens, this, that sort of thing. And you also got to think we do small businesses and stuff like that when we bring them on here.
He said doo-doo.
We interview small businesses and we spotlight them. We help them out. And liking and sharing our shit helps not only us, but it helps small businesses, because the more you like and share, the more it helps them, and the more it helps us realize, hey, you know what? People are actually looking at this and they support it. So, we're never going to get rich off this, but you know what? If we can help out some small businesses and have some fun along the way, I'm all in, baby. Since day one.
Now, it's been a while. We need to get him on again, but while we're at it, let's spotlight a couple small businesses. Our good friend Brian over at Barley Hopsters.
Why are you doing ad read? I have to refill.
Oh, I'm doing ad reads. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Go check it out. You want different craft brews, micro brews, local breweries, everything from here out to the West Coast. And I say here as in Central Ohio. Go check it out. The dude is awesome. Affiliated with our rugby team. He's been a good friend to us. We got to get him on again. Great conversation with him. Excellent time. You go in there, ask him, hey, what's the best beer you got in here? He'll tell you his favorites, and then this is what I like. I like pilsners. I like lagers. I like that. Oh, bud, guess what? This just came in. This thing's pretty nice and new. Check it out. By the way, Summer Shandy. The warm weather has got me going, buddy. Brian was an awesome dude to have on. We got to have him on again. And double down on the spotlighting, but that also brings us to our boys,
CBD Brothers USA.
So I put a couple links on our if you go into our little info section for our videos, we got a couple links. We've got our bonfire link. I have a couple more t-shirt ideas I'm going to be putting out here hopefully this weekend. I know we haven't done that in a while. We're going to be kicking that off again. We got a lot going on. We got wedding planning,
Absolutely.
we got poor old boy had to get his nuts off the other day. So
that's what he's looking out the window for. He's looking for his
go
testicles.
through that whole procedure. So we got busy lives. It's just the two of us. We don't have anybody editing this shit or anything like that. So thank you for all. I know it's probably been a month since we talked about fans going in and telling us what our next t-shirt design would be. I know what it's going to be. My cousin Jenny reached out to us. Shout out to Jenny. Thank you for listening. It's going to be I Am the Horn from our ad read. Got to put something together. Got to put something together a little bit for that. Got another t-shirt idea in the works that I can hopefully kind of figure out a little design for it. It takes time, you got to sit here, get the creative juices flowing, do a little get the body right before I can make those t-shirts happen, But so let's talk about our good friends at CBDbrothersusa.com. Steve and Steve. Sexy Steve, Vegan Steve. Dynamic duo, some may call them. Steve squared, others may say.
Little celery and brisket, some might say.
I know he's vegan, Steve, but both them boys are briskets. I tell you what, just slabs of meat, them guys. Best dudes you will ever meet.
Absolutely.
And they're selling a product that is going to work for you. Okay. This is a product designed for your longevity. You know, I have personal training certifications and things like that, and everybody wants to ask, hey, what's the quickest way to lose weight and everything? We don't deal in shortcuts. We don't deal in shortcuts here, okay? And neither do the CBD brothers. Because guess what? If they wanted shortcuts, they'd say, hey, go ahead, take that over-the-counter anti-inflammatory medication. That'll do you good. But guess what? Might cost you. Might have some side effects, huh? Probably not going to really be healthy for you in the long run. Yeah, you might feel better day to day. Boom. That liver, that kidney, taking a beating just as everyday use. CBDBrothersUSA.com is offering a all-natural, all-hemp product for you, whether it's inflammation. Maybe it's a little calming. You just need a little calming. The CBD oil is going to help out with that. You want to sleep? You want to sleep good? Or you want the melatonin? Okay.
Dude, they got shit with eucalyptus in it, and you know it's good because koalas are cute as shit. So if you ugly, get some eucalyptus. It's gonna make you pretty as shit.
So not only can you get your beauty rest with the melatonin, you can get your beauty on with the eucalyptus products. Go ahead. CBD Brothers USA.
Good enough for koalas. Good enough for me.
That's right. CBDBrothersUSA.com. Code idiots on Mike. 25% off. Free shipping. See? We should be in sales.
And that's the thing too. Like, you know what? We don't bring people on the show. It may seem like this is all thrown together, but we do pre-screen, you know, who comes on the show. And not only do we only bring people on that we believe in their business, but we bring on that people that we, you know, believe it. Like, they're people of the people. You know what I mean? Like, they're good people. I'm gonna say. Well,
that's why I drink Busch Light, bud. I drink Busch Light because that's for the farmers, by the farmers, baby, and that's what America was founded on.
Weird that Miller Lite has some some wheat on there. That they're the farmers.
Yeah, because it's made with wheat. You dipshit.
Well, isn't all beer made with wheat? Dipshit.
Yeah, but Busch Light has corn cob cans. Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah?
truly for the farmers.
Right, but we got some Bengals, you know, cans. So I mean, for Joe Burrow's knee, all right.
What if every can you crush and recycle goes that the proceeds for that particular can goes towards Joey B's rehab?
All right, first
how many more Miller Lights
I would recycle so much at that point.
You would just be in a constant state of hangover and hair in the dog just to get Joey B's knee right.
I have an idea. I have a brilliant idea for you, for our listeners. All right, so this is Mama Steele's idea, but with a little twist. So we sample different beers. We do it live. Give reviews at Barley Hopsters.
I mean, that's almost exactly what she said. Yeah. Go ahead and claim that as your own idea.
Oh, no, I gave her credit. You know, I don't want her, assassinating me.
You did. That is a fantastic idea. We'll have to reach out to Brian, see if that's something we can do. It'll be a weekend show for sure. Weekend show for
maybe
sure.
A special edition.
Special edition. We haven't done a special edition in a while. The last special edition we did, I had Megan on because you were unable to make it. Megan.
That's right.
Girlfriend
Megalodon. Some might know her as.
Beyonce, nah. Yeah, Megalodon. Megwin the Penguin, also a nickname she has been referenced by. She was probably the one and only special that we've done so far. We need to get into the special game.
Oh, absolutely. What I kind of like this. What to talk fair about this? We gonna make this happen. We gonna make this happen.
We got some things that we need to talk about. So we have strayed so far from the nostalgic game. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead, take a hard right, and correct the ship, steer the ship in the right direction.
Jimmy, what you got? Throw it at me.
So we're talking about our TV shows. We do need to have Graham on. We're talking about favorite TV shows, favorite cartoons as a kid, right? Justice League has to be up there also. Cannot forget Justice League. That's a Saturday morning cartoon for sure.
Teen Titans was also good on Cartoon. I know we talked about
Teen
this
Titans
before, but on Cartoon Network, I enjoyed it,
Teen Titans not bad. Not bad. So you're sitting there, right? You open that pantry or you open that cabinet, you're going to grab that favorite cereal. Guess what? Not just mini wheats. Your favorite cereal's in there. What is it?
Ooh, I do like some Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles, like that. That's...
Of all the cereals that have been invented.
Oh yeah.
You were a Pebbles guy, so we'll just call you a Pebbles guy.
No, you call me Fred Flintstone. All right, I'll make your bed rock, baby.
No, first of all, not original. I know that's the Louise song. Do not pretend like that was all original. So you're a Pebbles guy. You're a Flintstones.
Yeah. It's not too messy. Lucky Charms was good too. Like, I'm not going to discriminate. That was pretty good shit, but ain't nothing like turning your milk into some chocolate milk.
Well, okay. Let me offer this to you: Reese's Puffs, chocolate peanut butter milk.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Make that fucking face to me again when I talk about Reese's Puffs, and I will end your life. So let's play a game. I'm gonna rattle off some cereals. I want your take on some of these cereals. Okay,
right, I'll give you that or that.
Okay, this is the section in our show. Okay,
I don't know if I can do this. All right, we're good.
All right, first one for you: Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You are the biggest piece of shit.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's up there with like cornflakes.
That is not up there with
like cornflakes without adding sugar to it. As a kid, you. All right, everyone's made this mistake. You went to add sugar, and back then, you didn't have everything labeled, so you accidentally added salt to it, and you're like, "Wow, this is awful tasting sugar."
I think that was just you. I don't know.
But, yeah.
You're on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Okay. Smacks. Did you ever have Smacks as a kid?
Smacks. Was that like the one of like off-brand like?
No, it had like the frog. It was kind of like a mapley kind of one, like a maple kind of. Yeah. Okay. Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
You are such.
You know what I hated? I hated the cereal that you'd get that would have like the little chunks of like fiber in them, and they would sit at the bottom. So you'd get them out and you'd be like, "The fuck is this?" Like, oh, okay, this is trash. That's what it is.
All right. Let's get okay. Honey Nut Cheerios.
I have that to this day. Yeah, right.
As plain as they may seem, I fucks with some Honey Nut.
Not Cheerios. Honey Nut. Honey Nut isn't plain. Regular Cheerios, however.
No, we don't fucks with the regular Cheerios. Nah. Not a chance. Captain Crunch.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like you were chewing on glass because they're
absolutely
stuck in the top of your mouth. However,
your mouth comes all cut up like it's been through war.
Fantastic cereal. Like, your mouth has to see like a psychiatrist because it's like got Vietnam flashback from what it just went through.
The dentist wants to know what's going on.
Do you brush till your gums bleed? No, but I eat that Captain Crunch till the top of my mouth does.
We can tell your gums are shit, so are your teeth.
All right. Last one for you. Let's say, actually, I got two more. Cocoa Puffs.
Oh yeah. I like me some Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs, good
stuff. Yeah.
They're good.
Look good. We got some in the house right now. It's good.
They're not a go-to. All right, last one for you. Frosted Flakes.
As a kid, they weren't bad, but they weren't my first choice. You know what I mean? Like they're like that middle cereal where you're like, okay, because you like Tony the Tiger, you're like, okay, I can deal with this for Tony.
It's like one you always had, but it wasn't exactly like a top draft pick. It's like a second or third round draft pick.
Right.
It's old faithful. It's old
you're
faithful.
Like, you know what? It's not it's not a first round like top of the line, top 5 prospect, but you know what? It gets the job done, and it comes with a toy. So you know what? I'll trade up for it.
Ooh. Speaking of the draft coming up in what, a month or two?
Yeah, April 20th, the week after my wedding. Week after that. I'll do it.
Smart. Yeah. Good. Sure you timed that intentionally. Actually, it's during the week anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah.
Yep.
By the way, anybody interested, I believe they're hiring security for the draft in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I know you and I looked at it. It was like,
yeah.
Do we maybe just see what this 3-day venture is going to look like? Or
Pay's not bad, not great, but I mean, at the same time, it's like the experience is what you're wanting. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I took a good hard look at it and I was like, I could take 3 days off of my job and maybe work this. But yeah, I mean the experience alone would be enriching, unless you're like you work like the front gate and you don't get to see shit, or like there is real potential for you to work a do job in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's a risk you got to be willing to take.
Or you could be escorting Trevor Lawrence on stage as he gets announced to go to Jacksonville.
Hey man, what's it gonna take for you to say no and just go sign with the Bears later on? I don't have that kind of money, but what would it take? I just want to know.
I got like
maybe somebody
$4.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, whatever they're about to pay me, you can have that whole paycheck, I guess. I don't know.
It's like I wipe my ass with that paycheck. I don't.
These I was making that much at Clemson. Get out of here.
Yeah. Making twice that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Hold up. Blackmail.
Yeah.
Welcome to
You've
Chicago.
been recorded, bitch. Yeah. Guess what? You better throw to Allen Robinson a lot. This is probably his last year here, and make good use of him, I suppose. You know,
it's like Zootopia. She's got the little pen. It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
Ooh, you sly bunny. Okay. So now we've established your favorite cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
We know what your favorite cereal is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what was your favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, probably, or Reese's Puffs. It's got to be one of the two.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said Reese's Puffs, because if not, you might be a psychopath. I don't know.
Did you ever have French Toast Crunch?
Yeah, I had that, and it wasn't bad, but again, cuts your mouth like glass, and not as
basically that's what Smacks was, and that was just its own thing. Though.
I do remember some. Mama still said Count Chocula. I do remember that. Little vampire.
Don't listen to her.
Oh, yeah. Wow, too much salt.
Oh yeah. So we've got your favorite cartoon. We've got your favorite cereal. You're sitting down to play with one of your favorite toys as a kid. What is it?
All right. Now, I don't remember a lot of toys playing when I was a kid, but like I do remember this one time at Graham's house, actually, and I think she got it for me. It was a Superman, right? Superman toy. He had a little indent on his chin, and you had Metropolis in your hand, and he would set perfectly on that point, and it would look like he's flying.
Oh.
Yeah, his chin would sit there, and it's like, oh, you know what? That's kind of cool, you know? I'm like, that. I specifically remember playing that and Beyblades.
Well, now we did we did revive the Beyblades for all of about one day at the old apartment when Felicia bought us a pair.
Yep.
And it was like,
those were the shittiest Beyblades I've ever seen.
now we didn't really have the space, nor the we didn't have the little arena for it either. Nor did we really have any countertop or like tabletop space to really let them things rip. Otherwise, probably a whole different experience. But yeah, we did. Now listen. So one thing we got to talk about. Now, I don't think I really had Nerf guns as a kid.
I didn't.
But I want to, and I might be going too far back. Like this is like childhood.
Well, that was childhood.
Did you did you ever have like the castle with the little like black and white knights that had the little cannon on one of the turrets and everything like that? It had this little drop down door, and it was basically just the front of a castle, and there was like nothing behind it. So you basically just set up what a battle would look like on the front end of a castle. You didn't have that,
dude. All right, listen. You say this is early childhood, but I came over to your house in high school, and you still had this set up in your room.
No. Now I will say this. So this is one thing that. So we used to connects. Okay, Megan and I were talking about this because there's an episode of Friends. I don't know if you watched Friends growing up at all. You know what? There's just that explains a lot about you.
That
as
Seinfeld. It was like, okay, that's an adult. But today's Seinfeld is today's New Girl. You know what I mean? Like, and I watched the shit out of some New Girl.
How many times you started it again? Didn't you?
Dude, it just plays on repeat, like in the background. Like it's playing right now in my living room.
I bet it probably actually is. That's not a joke, is it?
Nope. That and Schitt's Creek just plays back and forth.
We're not doing this because
you'll be there.
I will not watch a show you recommend until you watch any one of the shows that I've recommended, and I have recommended a lot of shows.
Bullshit! You watched that Tom Holland movie,
and that was a weird.
But was it good?
I regret. Like, I don't know. I would not watch it twice. I'll tell you that much. That's not a movie you watch twice.
No. I mean, it's not an enjoyable movie. It's just a movie you watch and you're like, you know what? The performances were really good, but I don't want to watch this ever again. It doesn't make me feel good.
No. Yeah. So connects. So we were watching an episode of Friends. You don't understand any reference I'm about to make. Monica gets this old Victorian dollhouse, but she's really strict about it. So Megan and I start talking about some of the toys that we used to play with as kids. Connects. So every Christmas, we had the one that was like a Ferris wheel, and then we had one that was a roller coaster that connects. Every year for Christmas, I set them motherfuckers up, and I'll tell you what. We started talking about it. Had to pop on Amazon, see how much one of them things costs. Like, by the way, Legos. I love Legos. Very expensive. Very expensive.
You want to know someone who's good, who loves him some Legos? Talk to Bryce. That Joker will drop hundreds of dollars on Legos.
And he just did a little short film with them Legos too, not too long ago.
Yep.
I'm here for it. I want to do something with Bryce. I really do. I think that'd be enjoyable. We'll be able to utilize it for the show. And again, promote his business. That's what we're here. Under the Hill Productions.
Boom.
Bryce, you thought I forgot, didn't you, bud?
I want to point out that when he becomes the next Michael Bay, he doesn't like that because he hates Michael Bay. But when he becomes the next Michael Bay, I want to point out that he shot my wedding. So I want to just get that out there now.
That does not entitle you to any rights or monetary value that he will be receiving in the future. However,
it's all good.
A shameless plug that you just threw in there, and I love it. I love it. But I can't. I wish I could describe. Let me see if I could pull this up. I can't believe you've never seen this castle before.
No.
You have
But
to,
you
you have to
you
see
gave
this.
me a whole idea for the cookout this weekend. I may just have to go get a Beyblade arena and a bunch of Beyblades and
Bunch of people.
have people duke it out.
Okay, so allow me to feast your eyes on this here, bud. Okay, you need to see this here. You never had this. You never had this?
No, absolutely
Thank you.
not.
Are you kidding me? This was a staple in the Steel household. Okay, so you got this big cannon right in here. You put a ball in there and you push this little button and it go ahead and send that right out. You got a fucking dragon. Now we can go ahead. We can go back talking about our.
Do you make a moat around it? Like playing? All right. Do people still play in sandboxes?
Cats do. I know cats do.
No, cats shit in sandboxes. Yeah, but like, do they play in them? Like, do people play in like? Because I used to play in sandboxes like crazy. Like the little turtles that were shaped like sandboxes.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think it was sandboxes that were shaped like turtles. Is what you meant to say?
No, they're actual turtles that were shaped, and then they cut out the shell and put the sand in there.
Yeah.
No turtles were harmed in the making of this metaphor.
No. I think you've been hanging out with Bryce too much. That's what I think.
Wow, it appears I've been on 3 watch lists in the last hour.
Why am I getting all these emails?
Yeah. Where are you? I mean,
Violent Steel, I have not prepared one of my new voices recently. Listen. I'm gonna find a way in the voice acting game, or if Bryce allows it, the acting game. We're gonna get involved somehow, some way. I don't have a voice lined up today. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. I'll go ahead and clip this. This is for all of our fans. If there is a particular voice or a character that you guys would like me to try to do, let me know. And I will do my best. That's all I can guarantee is I will do my best.
I got a toy for you. You ready?
Let's hear it.
Bop it.
Dude, Bop It was a good one.
Right.
Bop
it. Flick it.
You're
Twist it. Bite it.
And people wonder why this generation is like the kinkiest fucking generation.
We grew up on that shit.
This was a toy. This was a toy. James T. Kirk. I will work on that one. I think I can get that one figured out. That's a Star Trek reference. You wouldn't understand it. It's okay. You didn't have that growing up in your household, did you?
Wasn't sure if that was one of those black and white films or if it, was eventually in color.
So the old James T. Kirk. So shit, his name's going to elude me. It's right there. It's right there. What is his name?
Was he Spock? Because I know that one.
No,
right?
that's Leonard Nimoy.
Right?
Papa Steele will chime in here in a second and remind me who it is. William Shatner. That's who it is. Before I beat you.
All my Star Trek and Star Trek references have come from Big Bang Theory, and all my Star Wars references have come from Bryce.
Was that a good show? Let's talk about that because that was big when it first came out.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? People still watching that?
Well, it's over. Like it's done. Like I think it ran its course. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good show. Like the premise was really good. The time it came out, it was really good. I think now it would just get canceled because people would be offended by it. But
and
yeah, good stuff.
The whole conversation for another time. Yeah.
Yep.
Conversation for another time. By the way, my pops got me this cigar in New Orleans. This has probably been like 2 years, year and a half, 2 years now. This thing will probably just go up in flames as soon as I light it because it is old. I don't have a humidor. It's got to be so dry. But one of these days, I'll probably enjoy this thing.
So
I don't even know.
for your wedding, we're gonna have to find some like ancient Roman cigars, right? Is that what we need to do?
I wouldn't hate that if they have been cured properly since then. I would not.
I'll tell you
hate
what,
that.
Papa Steele's got. He is quite the cigar connoisseur. Every time we're over there for a cookout or something, he's like, "Oh, here, have this. You want a cigar? You want this?" Or even at Mike's wedding, "Oh yeah, you want a cigar?" And I'm like, oh, "I won't say no."
So let's talk about that story. I don't know if we've explained this on the podcast before. Maybe not. So you and Felicia, obviously just dating at the time, not engaged. And we're all out smoking cigars at Mike's wedding, having a good time, shooting the shit, having a little conversation. Felicia comes out. She's very disappointed in all of us for not going in and dancing or drinking, but instead partaking in the smoking of the cigars. So it comes down to her going, "Well, you guys need to come in and dance. Well, we'll be in a minute." Fuck you guys. And then she walks in, right? Papa Steele, being the wise man that he is, leans over and says, "Got yourself a sweet gal there, Nicholas."
You're not wrong. But Felicia and I were sitting by ourselves at that point for some reason, and then Papa Steele came over and moved us, with a group of other people, and somehow that table turned into building a castle full of empty beer. Felicia's just coming over. "Are you done with that? All right, we'll finish it so I can use the can to make a castle." All right.
I mean, effective strategy.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant.
That became a staple of the apartment, was building towers out of beer cans.
Maybe that's what we should do at my wedding, is build a giant tower.
Long may he reign. And we'll bend the knee and we'll fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, but if you don't think I'm not,
I don't hate the idea.
So you kind of put me on the spot the other day. I said I still need to write your speech, and then you instantly made me anxious about writing the speech. With your, I'm sure people will laugh at your jokes, and there won't be crickets comment. So I will be losing sleep over that for the next month and a half. Something to think about. Not really a cool thing to do on your part, but
it'll be fun for me.
You want me to stack my game?
We'll laugh at
it. All right. Let's ask one more question. We only asked one question so far. Ask one more before we wrap it up here. If you could rename any city in the world, but it has to keep its physical location, what city would you rename? What would you rename it to, and why?
All right. Go ahead.
I feel like we're gonna have the same. Me personally, I'm renaming Cleveland to Dumpster Fire, just to remind the people.
Yep.
Don't you fucking forget what this place is. It stinks. It sucks. Your teams, and then they have to say the Dumpster Fire Browns and the Dumpster Fire Cavs and the Dumpster Fire Indians. Zach in particular, aka Cowboy, will take a particular disliking to that, as well as Seth, big listener of the show, by the way. I love Seth's commitment to watching the show. He always talks about it. Every time we get together, he brings it up at one point or another, or he's wearing his t-shirt. He says unintentionally. I feel like it's intentional. We need to get him on. That would be a good guest to have on.
Oh, absolutely.
Funny dude. He's fucking hilarious too. That dude is funny. I lost it on his whole, Wesley, are you okay, buddy? I really did.
Yeah, let's play that one. That's going to be a good show. That's going to be a great show.
We will get him on at some point. However, he will also take a particular disliking to naming it Dumpster Fire, and that seems enjoyable to me, honestly. What do you got? What city is gonna become Rod Town for no fucking reason?
Which is in every history book, right? Like Constantinople, like one that's in history books. And make it something profane, like Analapolis or something, something just to make high school students just giggle their ass off. So whenever it's like said or Titopolis, like, all right, cool. That's
just don't even be discreet. Just Titty City, like just fucking
Titty City.
I probably would have studied harder.
Right?
Had that been the name of one of the cities.
Ain't nobody forgetting those cities.
Even if they did something like insignificant, but they're mentioned in the history books, or like, this city got destroyed by the Roman Empire. This was the beginning of the Roman Empire. You would not forget it. You absolutely would not forget it.
Yeah. See, you're not gonna forget it. I want to help other people pass some sort of test. So what?
That's not what you were really going for. I feel like
absolutely not.
I didn't. I can in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Oh, I didn't realize altruism was your motive.
So Guardians of the Galaxy, one of my favorites. Like,
have you seen the set photos for Thor: Love and Thunder?
No, is it good?
It looks good.
Could feel
Chris
good.
Hemsworth looks jacked. Natalie Portman looks massive, jacked, like
oh shit,
ripped. And maybe it's just a weird photo to where it's actually somebody else's arms, and somehow they just like cropped her face onto this person. However, I'm kind of excited for it now. I'm interested to see what the storyline's actually going to be. I don't know anything about that.
Is Chris Pratt shown in the trailer? Does he have a dad bod? I'm kind of hoping for that.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah, Love and Thunder. Like, he left with the Guardians.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sure there will be an initial cameo.
Yeah.
I would guess, if I had to guess.
I can only hope.
It's probably just Star-Lord eating dumbbells, because they make that.
they're like gummy dumbbells. He just.
They do make that reference in not Endgame, Infinity War.
Yep.
So hopefully that's something they continue on. I'm excited. I hope they continue that dynamic between those two. It is one to watch for sure. We
were talking about earlier movies that you don't watch again because they're not feel good movies. I don't watch Endgame a lot. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I watch like Infinity War. Infinity War is like, okay, it's kind of fun, that sort of thing. But Endgame is just sad.
End of an era. Yeah.
Yeah. And I might have watched a handful of times, but not as much as you'd think.
It definitely reminds you that Marvel is completely like rewriting everything now. Mm-hmm. Now, take that with a grain of salt, because they are working on getting I believe Chris Evans is actually coming back as Captain America in some form. Doesn't sound like Robert Downey Jr. is intending to do that with his Iron Man role yet. Maybe Disney is really good at keeping that stuff under wraps. So
got the money, dog.
Yeah. So who knows what's going to happen in the Marvel future? For me personally, since let's wrap this up with nostalgia. Nostalgia is going to be nostalgia. I mean, what was that? 2008, the original Iron Man came out.
Yeah.
That's the shit we grew up on in terms of live action superhero movies. You got Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and all that stuff.
Maybe that's what Marvel's waiting on, is just that next generation to hit, and they're like, okay, now we can start building with them, and then we'll get the other nerds. They'll come along.
Yeah, we get you. We got you.
We got you, boo.
Also, don't know if you've seen, Ryan Reynolds, or Deadpool, is slated to be the one making cameos in all the movies now, as opposed to Stan Lee.
I could only hope that's the thing, but they like still show some tribute to Stan Lee, but at the same time, like Ryan Reynolds is just like, all right, yeah.
So one of the fan suggestions that I saw that I'd be all for is Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool putting missing persons posters of Stan Lee throughout all the cartoons or throughout all the movies. However, Deadpool, with him being able to break the fourth wall, is the only Marvel character that knows Stan Lee is dead.
I like that. Or here's an idea. You have Spider-Man make a cameo since that was his favorite.
Yeah, that was like his original too. Like that was his.
Yeah.
I believe that was his original character that he created.
I think that was his favorite too, was Spider-Man.
Yeah. So there's a lot coming up in Marvel. Maybe we'll do another Marvel episode coming up. Since the future of Marvel is so uncertain, and we'll have to get Bryce on again to talk DC. I know he's a big DC guy. After the Snyder Cut comes out, we'll have to have a conversation with him and see what he thinks about it. I'm sure he's going to watch it. I'm sure he'll be. It's like a 4-hour movie or something wild like that. So
I'll talk to Bryce about the getting us a video made too. He might be all on board for that. So I'll give him a call. We'll work something out.
We'll work out some deets. In the meantime, let's go ahead and wrap it up there for today. Thank you, everybody who listened, who tuned in. Remember, we are not just a video podcast. We're not a podcast, whatever they call it, vlogcast. I don't fucking know the lingo, but you get the idea. We are also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or as Rod likes to say,
wherever normal people listen to their podcasts. And like a
doesn't normally say it like that, but you get the point. That's all for today. Thank you, everybody who listened. And as always,
cheers.
Cheers. All the